2020 Honda Civic Si Coupe review on the cusp of greatness. Reviewing a new version of a car you used to own means coming in with some lofty and biased expectations. I was quite smitten with my 2008 Honda Civic Si, and the models that followed left me with an increasingly sour taste in my mouth. But the Si has come back into its own with the 10th generation Civic, packing turbocharged power in a chassis that's ready to party with some new tricks along the way. It felt like Honda was falling off the path in the last few years of sportier models, but it's back on the right track with the 2020 Civic Si. While it's not nearly as shouty as the straight-outta Cara Type R, the 2020 Si is still pretty flashy, and the 10th generation Civic is definitely one of those cars you either love or hate. I think it looks pretty sharp, thanks in part to new standard LED headlights that not only spice up the aesthetics but also improve safety through increased visibility. The front bumper has a lot going on, but the flash of body color nicely breaks up the otherwise dull expanses of fake-looking lower intakes. Out back, there's a wing you can't do anything about if it's too hot import nights for your tastes. The sedan has a much tamer rear end. Open the Si Coupe's big, surprisingly heavy doors and you're met with 1.5 routes to the back seat. Only the passenger seat can tilt and slide forward enough to make ingress simple. A pull of the driver's seat lever will generate a tilt and slide. Make your way back there and you're met with ample legroom for taller passengers. Headspace can be an issue for adults, though. The coupe's slinky roofline places my head firmly against the top of the rear glass. Otherwise, the interior is one of the best in its segment. Honda's build quality is top-notch, and while the Civic is very much still a budget-minded vehicle, nothing inside of the 2020 Si Coupe would make you think Honda is cheaping out. The faux carbon fiber might not be everybody's choice, but I still love the way the dashboard is layered, with an ample amount of physical switches in close proximity to my hands at all times. The front seats are just the best, with the right amount of cushioning on the bottom and plenty of bolstering on the sides, in addition to rocking some very comfortable cloth. Manual adjustment is the only route you can take here, which is fine given its sufficiently affordable $25,200 cost of entry. Just like the engine, there's plenty to like about Honda's in-car tech, even if it's a little rough around the edges. A 7-inch touchscreen display is standard, but it's still running the older version of Honda's display audio infotainment system, which is a little bare bones in the face of competitors from Hyundai and, believe it or not, Toyota. Apple CarPlay and Android Auto are both standard, which is nice, but factory navigation isn't possible to add a fine problem to have, as smartphone mirroring beats Honda's baked-in stuff all day long. The backup camera's resolution is on the low side, but dynamic parking lines make up for a lack of ultrasonic sensors. USB ports are lacking, with 2 USB-A ports for the front seats and none for the rear. The port used for phone mirroring offers up a just okay 1.5 amps of charging power, while the port tucked beneath the cup holders only manages a measly 1.0 amps, which won't provide a net positive charge when running resource-heavy applications. I wouldn't blame you for assuming manual transmission vehicles are not capable of packing the latest and greatest safety tech, simply because most stick-shift cars don't have that stuff. But Honda bestowed the Si with the full Honda Sensing suite of active and passive driver aids, one of just a few automakers to do this. VW's also on that list. Adaptive cruise won't work below 22 miles per hour, but it still works above that, and incredibly well, to boot. Lane keep assist is always nice to have, and automatic emergency braking is here, too. Both systems are a little too sensitive for my tastes, but it's great peace of mind to counter all the bad drivers out there. For $25,930 including destination, $930, the 2020 Honda Civic Si Coupe offers a solid blend of driving dynamics and affordability. It also places it smack dab in the middle of the competition. The Si is more expensive than the Hyundai Elantra GT Inline, but it feels much quicker and is more fun to toss around, even if the GT Inline's clutch pedal is way better. Honda's offering comes in several $1,000s below the VW Golf GTI, but the UR hot hatch is worth the money, considering it remains the best car in the segment. But for the money you shell out, it's a tough act to top the 2020 Honda Civic Si. With proper driving dynamics, a decent complement of technology and some unique aesthetics, Honda's mass-market sports car is a right hoot.